All right, it looks like we know what Hulk will be playing, what role he'll be playing in Thor 3 Ragnarok. So this comes from geek.com. Much like our previous stories from geek.com, this comes from a source that is trusted to them, but it's their exclusive.
It's their exclusive, yeah.
So
we don't know the source.
We do not personally. So nothing is confirmed until the movie comes out, but it does appear we do know how Hulk will be appearing in Thor 3 Ragnarok. Mark Ruffalo.
Start.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's not even filmed yet, so this is an outline and it's subject to change even. So what it looks like before, Mark Ruffalo described it as being a lot like Midnight Run with Hulk and Thor, which sounds like that's really nebulous. That could be anything.
Yeah. Well, and they've got the director of What We Do in the Shadows. What's his name? Taika Waititi.
Correct.
I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly or even remembered it correctly, but that's one of the best comedy movies I've ever seen. And
we also have werewolves coming out from him, so he has a lot to do.
Werewolves. We're werewolves, not swearwolves. It's just, it's such a good film. So to have him attached to this is very much like we're trying to instill comedy into this, which is very strange to me because it's Thor Ragnarok. Like, I don't know that I want to see funny in a movie called Ragnarok.
Maybe he's more diverse in his directing than we know of so far.
Yeah, I think it'll be a nuanced comedy. I don't think it's going to be a straight out comedy,
no,
but he'll be able to
think
massage some of the moments.
Well, actually, I've heard that it's supposed to be very dark, even by Marvel standards. And we have Kate Blanchett as Hela, who you understand from the comics in relation to Loki, but it may be different in the movie.
It seems like it'll probably be different in the movie. In the comics, Hela is Loki's daughter. She has dominion over the underworld, and as such, she has like certain powers and stuff like that. And the rumor right now is that she and Loki are in cahoots in some way.
Doing something.
And like the nefarious thing that they're up to, from what I understand from this article, is something that will impact the greater Marvel universe, like in future films.
Sure.
Like maybe that has something to do with like Thanos, because as we know from like Avengers, like Loki was like working for Thanos, whether he knew it or not. He was working for Thanos to get the get Earth under control or whatever else,
Midgard.
To get Midgard for Thanos. So like maybe Loki's still working for Thanos. Maybe he's trying to get the gauntlet, or maybe he's trying to get some of the gems, or maybe he knows where like the power gem is, like the Collector has, or whatever else. So like there's something that they're up to, probably dealing with Thanos. Thor finds out about it and is banished.
Well, Thor tries to stop them.
Yeah.
Thor gets banished. Mjolnir gets destroyed somehow.
That's the rumor, yeah. And that has happened in comics.
Yeah.
That it can be destroyed.
And then Thor ends up on a weird gladiatorial planet.
Yes.
In which he has to fight through different aliens without Mjolnir, and he does pretty well until he reaches the final combatant, who is
the Hulk.
Yeah. So at this point, we've seen Hulk. The last time we saw him, he was kind of going renegade on his own.
Yeah,
at
like
the end
he
of,
stole that
Ultron.
Quinjet and flew off, and they don't know where he's at.
Yeah, so at this point, I mean, if he's hulked out, he can survive basically anything. He can go into the far reaches of space. He'll be fine. But we do, the source says some of the bannerisms are sneaking through so that he recognizes Thor.
Yeah.
And
that's also like set up in the comics as well, where like the person like, so like you've got Bruce Banner and Hulk, they're two completely separate personalities inhabiting like the same person. But in the comics, a lot of times they'll find ways to combine the two so that the Hulk is always the Hulk, but he's in control. And in fact, like just last year, they had him as Doc Green. That's what he was going by. So that happens in the comics a lot, where like Banner is finally in control of the monster and is still able to.
I think that's what he's been fighting for. I mean, in his arc so far. And then that's where we end up. And well, at least that's how we start in the movie.
Yeah.
And that kind of defeats, because there were some issues with the problems of not being able to do a solo Hulk movie.
Because of the rights that Universal still
So the way
retains.
they'll do it is he's not solo. He's co-starring with Thor.
And it's not Planet Hulk. It's
whatever
Hulk that's on Planet Hulk fighting Thor in Thor's movie.
Yes. So it's totally different, but also sort of the same.
It totally makes sense that they would take that route. The biggest question I have is, how does Hulk get to that planet? Like,
I'm
he
guessing.
flew, like a Quinjet's not going to get there. Like,
I'm guessing someone somewhere along the way picked him up, or maybe he crashed somewhere and they're like, "What's this guy? Let's put him on the Gladiator planet."
but like, where did like how
I
did he
just
get?
don't- I
How
don't
did he
know.
even get off Earth? Like, did he build a rocket? Because it doesn't seem like that's his specialty. Like, did he steal a rocket? Was he kidnapped? Did he like I'm so like that's my biggest thing. Like, it's a rumor. That's my biggest issue right now is that while I want the rumor to be true because that would be
The circumstances of him
amazing.
getting there are very
Like,
circuitous and unlikely. Is that what you're
yeah,
getting at?
exactly. Like, how does he get? Like, does Doctor Strange accidentally zap him there in his movie?
Or on purpose zaps him
Or
there?
well, that's what happened in the comics. Is the Illuminati were like, hey, this guy's too much of a threat. We've got to get rid of him. So they like put him in a rocket and shot him into space. And that's where he crash landed on. What's the name of the planet? Sakaar, I think, or Scar.
That sounds
Sakaar.
correct. Sakaar.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce it.
Sakaar.
There you go.
And that's where and Silver Surfer ends up in that.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's precedence for like another big, giant, strong character like Thor to appear in Planet Hulk. But in this, it's like they did Planet Hulk, but the reverse it made it Planet Thor.
Yep. There you go, audience. So it just seems like that seems like what's probably going on according to the source. Again, not set in stone. We're not even in production yet. So everything is extremely mutable at this point. But I like where they're going with this. What do you think? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.